What a taboo topic, death and dying, and how it needs to stop being that, and that we can be the forces for good to move that topic to the forefront so that people can feel comfortable talking about the inevitable. Boy, I don't know where that all came from, where that all happened, that we decided that death was something that would be a topic we can't talk about. But boy, it's so beautiful to share these thoughts that we might have with someone who feels safe, and especially with for our own well-being, but especially for older people that want to talk about to their generation, or to younger generations, whomever, someone in their family, they want to talk about their death. Give them time to do that. We oftentimes will say, oh no, don't talk about that, like I'm going to be doing this, or I'll be leaving the planet, or whatever someone might say. And the typical reaction is to say, oh no, don't talk about that. No, you will not. You'll be living here. You'll outlive me. All kinds of knee-jerk reactions, like, oh, please, let's not talk about that. But it's really important. It's really important because it gives voice to the reality that life is intermingled with death, and death is inevitable. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Talk about what your fears are. Talk about what your concerns are. And when you give someone else the space to do that, then you can also be really an aid and an assistant to help find the ways that maybe they want to bring closure to certain parts of their life. I know when my dad was very, very sick, and though we didn't think he was that close to death at the time, but we were all doing things in the family to make him as comfortable as we could. And one of the things that he was expressing to me was that he had wanted to write letters to his friends just to see how they were doing. This was not about I'm dying, so I want to say goodbye. It wasn't that at all. Well, not consciously anyway, and not it wasn't voiced to me that way. It was really sweet. We were going through his paperwork, and came across a couple letters or something. And he said, "Oh, I'd like to write back to that person." And so I helped him do that. We gathered together. He wrote he dictated the letter that he wanted to send to different friends to say, "Hey, how you're doing?" And each person got their own personal letter. And boy, I just felt like that was it took a weight from him, and it gave him a sense of completion. He shortly did die after that point in time, but that's part of the wrapping up of our lives that we need to acknowledge, that needs to happen, so that we can, when it is our time to go, we can feel like we've completed things that have been left lingering, thinking we always have another day to do something. So help people make their completion cycles. You can be really a beautiful aid to someone, especially people that are aware that maybe they're in hospice care, or very sick, or just old and want to talk about it. Let people, give space to people and their concerns, and see if there's a role that you can play to help them manage the end-of-life concerns, making a phone call, writing letters, cleaning something up, going through some paperwork. Something easy for us but hard for them is such a gift we can give to the people that we love. And reach out to even those we don't have to even love them. You can just have a friend, check in with older people, especially. Make friends with older people. Older people, especially as they start losing friends and losing family, get sad and get depressed. And boy, they need to be, well, not they need to be, but it's nice for them to be reminded that life still happens. They're still vital, and why they are still vital, how much can they share who they are. But they may have limitations, physical limitations to get out of the house, whatever it might be. How can we help that? How can we help people be more of who they are supposed to be? How can we be an assistant to them to do that? So look around for ways. Look around for people. Offer that to someone. Just to listen to what they have to say and what they might be concerned about. And you can be the legs for someone who doesn't have their legs anymore. You can be the hands that can't write letters anymore. and you can be that conduit, from their heart out back into the world, so that there's still some interaction going on of worth. That people shouldn't feel less defined or less important or invalidated, like an invalid. Shouldn't feel invalidated at the end of life. We've lived in these full worlds, in our full life, given our all, and at the end to be diminished in such a way so that we feel less than, that we shouldn't be taking up space. No, we need to honor our old people. We need to honor the people that have gone before us and that have lived these lives. And how can we do that? And that's a beautiful way to do that, is to share yourself with another person to see what it is they may need. So reach out, offer yourself to others. Sometimes it can take 15 minutes, a half an hour, a phone call here and there, and it makes a world of difference. So those little things really matter to others, to all of us. And especially as time feels like it's decreasing, for people that are aware on some level or fully aware that their time is coming to a close. Please honor that, respect it, be spacious around it, and see what it is they need to do, and trust that what they say is exactly what they need. Trust that. You don't need to second guess them. Yeah, that's really important. Okay, hope you're well. Continue on. Bye.